Alright. Alright, it's working. Okay. Alright. Gotta. Gotta make sure there's no. Gotta make sure there's no games in the PS5 first. My chair. Loud. My chair. It's my chair. Of course, it needs a freaking update. Of course, it needs a freaking update. Just need to make sure there's no games in it before I work on it. Okay, there's nothing in it. I'll update it after I. No. Alright, now we have to get in here to a point. Gotta make sure you get good camera angle of the cables. It's kind of nasty in here. It's kind of nasty in here. Alright. Oh yeah, this thing is nasty. Now there's like spider webs in this thing. Yeah, go over to. Yeah, go over to my. Gotta go over to my service station. Alright. There it is. There is Boy Dude's PS5. Well, it's not really nasty, it's just a bit dusty. Yes. So, yeah, this thing actually has an RJ11 connector in it, which I think is a bit weird. Have this thing. Yeah, this thing. Which this thing has like different like heads and stuff you can swap out and stuff. It's probably best to go with this one so we can get in there. Oh, right, I forgot to do this. Alright. Alright, well, now to get back to this. Because I used to have to use this stuff. Used to have to use this stuff, but now I don't since I got this whole fan thing. So you turn it on. You know, turn it below level since it's actually really loud. Wow, that is loud. Right. That one's the front. There are actually some intake vents on the bottom. So I gotta take off the stand. Yeah, I don't have my fancy Milwaukee screwdriver set with me, so I guess I have to improvise, man. Nope, that's not gonna work. Guess I gotta use this putty knife then. Oh no, that's gonna get stuff all over it. Where would I do also have this tiny little screwdriver set thing as well. But I do like my Milwaukee ones better. Which you can change out the tips and everything, and yes, it does have attach it on like that. These are not as fancy as the Milwaukee ones I got. This is how you take it's not very easy to get off. That's why I like my Milwaukee ones, because they're bigger. You know what, I think I'm gonna go get my Milwaukee screwdrivers. Okay. I got my scrubbers. Yeah, these ones. These are my fancy Milwaukee ones from my toolbox, and I actually got these. Well, I didn't give them for Christmas, but you always gotta go with the best stuff when you're working on this kind of stuff. Yeah, I got a lot of different ones in here. Yeah, one I can. Yeah, I use the best of the best stuff. This is the No South Haines zone. I don't know, dirty. I'm not gonna use out. Yeah, I don't need a big flathead one, so I'll try this tiny little tall one. Now there we go. Oh, never mind. I do have this one. Which this one has ratchet. What's that? You can actually pull that out. You got all these. So you gotta swap them out. You got all kinds in here. Like you got Phillips, flathead, Torx. You got all kinds of ones in here. I wonder if any of Void Dudes Cowboy members will join. There we go. Oh, yep, there it goes. Okay, there's the stand. This can be oriented in two different ways. Because if you're standing it horizontally, you don't need to use the screw, while vertically, which that's what I have it set to, set that over there. Because there's some low intake vents down here. I don't know if you see all kinds of stuff on this. On the Void Dude channel. Let's go from 1, 2, 2. Move it back. Sony really wanted to hammer in the futuristic next generation design with the PS5 by adding like these. I forgot what they're called, but Ford put them on like the old GTs, like the old GT, not the Mustangs, but a lot of rear engine cars. You know, which these I believe are intake, and these are exhaust. And these up here are also intake. Which, it's not the worst design in the world, but it's not very good. Because on the Series X Xboxes, they have just one big vent on the top, and dust can like build up on top of it, and usually it's best to good lower POV. Then you gotta get out the disk drive. Usually getting game consoles or disc drives are actually a better alternative. Which usually when you ask someone about a disc game console or disc drive, they'll tell you about the horror days of the Xbox 360s where they had issues where the disc trays wouldn't close or open. What is that up there? Yeah, use. I don't know how that got there. I don't know. I don't know how that got there. How about this? I actually set it on top of this wipes screen. Screen wipes. I know you can't see like half of it. Usually it's good for like polished stuff like this. Like these old drops of something, but I don't know what they are. I should create like a maintenance log. Yummy. I have this song stuck in my head called Bad Medicine by Whiskey Myers. Usually I don't do this stuff during the day because no one joins. Man, you gotta use rag, dry it off. So far, no one. Making this thing look good. This thing's camera quality is great. Alright. Now that is all good. You even see the reflection. I don't know where these scratches came from. I don't know, I know the stand don't need to be cleaned. Because, well, it's a stand, why wouldn't it be cleaned? Now it looks shiny. Now I need to put the stand back on. Put the stand back on. And then, maybe close this so it don't fall apart. I wonder if valve or Tato will join. You're actually supposed to take the screw out first. A screw for a PS5 stand looks like. This PS5, it's the 20 to 23 model, so it was 23 is when they came out with a refresh one, which is solidly different. Which I think is also stupid because on those ones, you have to pay extra. On those ones, you have to pay extra to get a disk drive. It like detaches right here. You pull the cover piece off, I think it's just a really stupid idea. I don't know. Everything's designs are getting dumber and dumber by the year. Not just in tech as well, like in trucks, because I don't know if it was on the new Fords or the new Chevys or the new Dodges. Crap. On the new Chevys or the new Dodges or the new Fords, but for making it where the uh, crap. For making it where the uh, starter motor, where the starter motor is inside the bell housing on the transmission. Oh. Jeez. Okay. Yeah, this screw is made out of plastic. Alright, there we go. There we go. The PS5 is now. Now we just gotta update, start it up, make sure it runs. I do know how to change oil. I know how to change oil on a C9 Caterpillar. C9 Caterpillar. I know how to change oil on. Alright. Prop it down here. Where it goes. Which unplugging everything is the easy part. It's plugging everything back in is the hard part. Can't see exactly where the cables go. Yeah, spirals everywhere. I hate plugging in HDMI cables. Not easy. And this floor is not very comfortable. It's the right way. Figure it out. Come on. There we go. Then you got AC. This is AC. There we go. Alright, you got the HDMI and the AC plugged in. Yeah. HDMI and AC. You know, run it right here so you can hear it. TV's a pile of junk. It's very quiet compared to the other game consoles I got. Alright, gotta update this. This thing just feels like endless updates. Probably can't even hear the PS5. So now, this screen here, but usually I turn these lights off because of the glare. Also, I have to change the batteries in this. I don't need to change the batteries in this PlayStation Tornado lamp. Might actually turn these on when I'm doing games and stuff. Wish this had like a system check. Maybe there is a system check kind of thing you can do on this. mean not sign in? What the crap do you need to sign in? I hate all this signing crap. Or maybe does it just do it? Wait, never mind. Okay. I take that back. I just had to just click that. Ah. Right now I'm pretty sure everything should be on here. I don't remember you, but yeah, it was PS5 just got done. I don't remember. Who are you? I don't remember. Alright, now. Like this. Sure. I don't beg for likes. Alright, that's for PS5 now. Next is the Switch 2. Which I'm cleaning both the console and the dock. Well, you can't really see it because of my 3DS, but why were you saying? I don't know. I'll look at your channel later. Maybe I don't know. Can't really see, but these are the cables. Might also clean the 3DS too. Gotta take this back panel off. And take the Switch 2. Oh my, it's dusty. This thing needs to be cleaned because well, I've taken this thing to South Carolina 3 times. I originally bought this thing in Wisconsin, but this thing's been a lot of places. I'd actually change the name of this thing to the Overland Switch 2. Fortunately, we're not any good default white tee. So this is the Switch 2. And the dock, which I might change the name of this thing to the Overland Switch 2. Hold on, I need to check something. Alright. I don't know. Check it out. Yeah, sit down for this one since. So I got the. Which this thing's been everywhere. So yeah, you got the intakes on the bottom. I believe this. I don't know where exhaust is. Exhaust is here somewhere. This thing also, the old Switch dock did not have a RJ11 in it, but this thing does have an RJ11. Well, actually, the OLED switch, I think, does have a. I wonder if any Void Dudes Convoy members will join. Make sure this thing's on the right settings. Because you can't do it dirty, you gotta do it clean. Alright, there we go. Just needs a wipe down. This chair sucks. Got my rag. Put the cover. I believe this is exhaust right here. I don't know, the old, well, yeah, the old Switch dock had a, you got 2 USB, which I never use them all, I never do, because I already got my own charging thing. Dock is clean. Now time for the actual console, which I got this thing here. It's a Switch 2 cloth, because I got this with a carrying case I bought for this thing. I got this with a carrying case I bought for this. And this is still better than the $20 one Apple sells. Alright, you gotta take off the Joy-Con 2s, which these things are pretty nice. Yeah, dust out the cartridge slot. I don't know where the intake is on this thing, but I know this is exhaust. I think this is both exhaust and intake up here. I don't know, game consoles, they don't have any kind of air cleaner thing. like, yeah, it does have user for speakers and a USB-C. Well, I should not set the screen on that. If you can see a reflection perfectly. In this thing. The matte black really looks great on this thing. Like, there's not too many game consoles that have matte black color. Like a lot of them use like a polished black that like gets dirty super easily. All right. All right. Switch to is all clean. All right. Can't really see it, but those are the cables. The HDMI does not look very good on this. At least the cables are easier to plug in. Got easier access. Does not have a hinge on this thing like the OG Switch did. Which I think is a good thing because those broke off a lot. There it is. Try to prop it up here so you can hear it running. It is very quiet, quieter than the PS5. Wait, I was still in Mario Kart World? Oh. Oh yeah, I was still in Mario Kart World, so. Check for any updates. Okay, no updates. It's updated at version 22.1.0. Change the name to. Alright, that is all for the Switch 2. Now for the Wii U, which this thing actually has not ran in a while. At least you can see the cables on this one, because this, the Wii U. You gotta run it first so I can, which I believe the Wii U gamepad is still dead. Yeah. Wii U sucks, like it's just not very good of a console. Yes, switch to HDMI. Which I don't think. Oh yeah, this thing needs to be charged. It's a crappy third party. How do I? Can I check games from here? No, I don't. Nope, I did not mean to turn it off. Had a Super Mario 3D World. Maybe I should make a stream about Mario 3D World. Come on, there's gotta be a member of Morgan's Convoy in there somewhere. Alright. Hey, Wally. How's your day? Oh, we're doing working on game consoles. Not that much different than changing your oil on your car. So this thing's got 3 cables. You got your, I don't know what it is called, but this is the sensor bar. HDMI. Okay. Then the power, which Nintendo was really bad with proprietary cables a long time ago. Nintendo was one of the worst with proprietary cables. Now this is actually my mom's crap room, but I'm telling you. Servicing. Just got done with my Switch 2 and my PS5. Now, this is the Wii U, which was one of Nintendo's worst consoles. It's mostly because it had horrible marketing. This one I actually got used and it runs kind of weird. Got my fancy turbine fan thing. So this one right here is exhaust. That's the exhaust. Closer. So, yep. This one's exhaust. So this one right here is exhaust. There's a. Oh, I thought this thing had a RJ11 port in it, but you got 2 USB. Got the power. You got the sensor bar. You got. This would be for an AV cable that Nintendo used to put on the Wii, and you could actually hook this to an older TV. So that'd be for your AV. And that for your HDMI. And you got 2 USB. So on top is intake. And this one on top is intake. These ones are also intake. Which looks to have some kind of like air. Looks like some kind of air filter kind of thing in there. I don't know, they always try to put filters on these, but they always never work. Then you got, which this is a port cover, which is actually quite good. Alright, that's the dusting. Now I just gotta grab my rag. This thing is clean. Use it. Which this thing's got a crap load of scratches. Hey, Tato Plush Maker. I knew you would join. This is my Wii U I'm currently servicing. I originally bought this thing used, and I actually had 2 used ones. One of them just did not run at all. This one did not run well, but now it's running well. It's kind of hard to see on camera, but it has a crap ton of scratches on it. It came like that. I do not put no scratches on it, but has a crap load of scratches. Which I don't know, these things don't sell for very well anyway. Like, you'd probably only pick one of these up. This and the gamepad without the cables for probably about $50. I don't know, these things are just kind of a piece of crap. They don't last very long, but hey, I like it because I like Nintendo stuff. I haven't made many Mario things. Then you got your exhaust in there. Then you got your their model number, which is WP 10102. Which, and yeah, because this was GameStop refurbished, which I don't know. I've heard GameStop's been like awful with their stuff. Because I've watched this YouTube channel by the name of Jacob R, where he makes videos about like buying refurbished game consoles and stuff. And recently they banned him from all stores because of him saying that they're a bad company and they may need to do better. But it is the kind of stuff that they sell. Like, just look at all this. Like, you got this here, which I've never been able to clean off. It's got a crap ton of scratches on it. But I still take care of it, because that's what you should do. I don't know what these things would be for. But these are the intake, which a lot of game console companies try putting like these like screens and stuff to prevent dust from getting in, but it don't really do it. It don't really do nothing. So that was the Wii U. So that was the Wii U. Now I gotta put it back in. Put it back in, then running it, then run it. Alright, there we go, that's exactly where plug it in at. This thing's a bit harder because you got 3 cables. And I also made a video as well. This one and another one. Alright, then the HDMI. Nope, that's the AV. You know, is that the HDMI? No. I mean, I know y'all can see it, but I can't. Okay, now the HDMI. It's down there. It's right there. Okay, there we go. Sensor bar is a tiny one. Yeah, the sensor bar is a small one. I don't know where it is, but Oh, it's Ryba VAV. It's Ryba VAV. There we go. Which I don't have any Wii remotes paired to this thing. But there we go. Now I gotta run it. Alright, it's running. Alright. Alright, now I have a PC. Well, I don't have a PC. My black Nintendo Wii. Yeah. This one. Can't really see which one is what, but wait, yeah, you can see it. So this is my RVL 101 Wii, which the RVL 101 Nintendo Wii was a weird model of the Wii that Nintendo sold only for 1 year, 2011 to 2012. And it was supposed to be a cheaper version. Of the Wii where we're having a few strange differences. Oh crap, I should take the game out of it. Was right, that's because I forgot to take the game out of it. I don't know, I know I don't need the... Guess I'll plug in both the freaking cables, man. This is right. This is right here. There. Right now I got it right. Which these ones are loud. Which I gotta change the source. Yeah, keep on 2. No, it was it was 1. And this thing's now ran in a while. Now let's unplug it. Alright, there we go. Now I did the right stuff. So this is my RVL 101 Wii, which the RVL 101 Wii is quite interesting. Alright. Yeah, this is the RVL. This is the RVL 101 Wii because down here, model number RVL 101. New map of trademark says 06. This model was only sold from 2011 to 2012. And it was supposed to be a cheaper version of the Wii, which actually came in 3 more colors than the normal Wii at that time. Also, the logos are horizontal instead of vertical. And I don't know why they made this, but it had more color options. Where you had either this black, you either had white, this black, white. I think there was a blue one as well. It was like weird, like kind of like a Miku kind of blue. And the interesting thing about this one is this up here would actually be where the GameCube memory card and controller slots would be. But they just put one big cover on it, and actually if you take this off, it actually underneath it is actually the covers, but for the ports, but they're actually just blocked off. And this one I actually bought brand new about like 15 years ago. My parents originally bought it. But it also has a crap ton of scratches on it as well. But yeah, it's been for some stuff. which the vents are a little weird on this. You got this one is your intake. This one's the exhaust. Make some weird sounds. That's back. Wonder if I can get some kind of buffing thing to like buff out the scratches with. This is not very exciting to watch at all. If this thing technically does have GameCube compatibility, you actually just gotta remove this cover. But I don't have any GameCube stuff, so what would be the point of that? The oldest I got is actually this. Then you got, I don't think there'd be any point of taking this off. No, there wouldn't really be any. I'm curious how to see. Grab my screwdrivers. Screwdriver. I don't see what's behind this, so. Huh? Why is there a 3-volt I forgot what I called these. Called these no, that's a weird kind of. It's like a. I don't know what kind of screw that is. Maybe my other screwdriver said maybe I got. Never mind. I don't know why you would have this. It kind of don't make sense. It's not even Nintendo Wii you would have. You don't want to strip it out. You definitely don't want to strip out these screws. I was just curious to see what was. There was another thing like this on the Wii U. There was another thing like this on the Wii U as well. I want to call My gamer Void Dude's Game Garage. Your Void Dude's Game Garage. Alright, now the next one. I don't think I even need to run these, so I'm not going to run them. Something that Harry the Reactor did was I dared him to play this game called I dared Harry the Reactor to play this game called Beautiful Sakura Volleyball Club or something like that. It was weird. And it was like really weird. Come on, look. There it is. Alright. Test run. See, because the GameCube disc, you go. It appears there. No point of the Wii Shop channel since it got shut down. Alright, now my other Nintendo Wii, which this one is actually cracked. There you go, you can see it a bit better. This one here, this one's actually cracked, and it like barely works. There you go. An SMB Wii. wonder what percentage my phone is at. Stuff uses quite a bit of battery on my phone. So this Nintendo Wii is actually cracked. Where it's got the homebrew on it. These are the things that RVL 101 model does not have. You can actually take these off. Like if you're working on it, you can actually, you have to like bend them back. There you go. You can pull it off like that so you can work on it. Come on. Come on. Come on. So you put it in. But and this is where you can actually work on it. Reach for that screwdriver again. You gotta be very careful with these screws. This thing should come off. There you go. Pops out like that. Oh, slides out like that. This thing is very dusty. This is RVL 001. This thing also has these like weird like ways you can tell the difference between the screws. Oh, these screws gotta go to something. Either that or the side panel. Ow. Nope, it does not go to the side panel. It was planned on those two screws. I don't know, I'm just wanting to give this thing a more deeper cleaning. Maybe this other screwdriver set I got. Because I know those aren't Torx. This it? No. I know these do not work with my fancy Milwaukee one. There you go. I think this is the one. It is. Can I make these work on the Milwaukee? Nope, I can't. It's too big. I don't have this thing breathe easier. At least I can tell which screws are which. Those are tight. This thing out. Let it breathe. How do I get it off? Any more? No. Do have tweezers in here. What's the point of those screws if you can't even use them to take this out? No, these do not. But what's the point of that then? Well, I guess I just dust it off. Well, gotta find a place to put my freaking screws. That good thing there are 3 screw holes, and I got 3 black screws. The 2 normal Phillips and the 2 weird ones. So at least I can clean this thing easier. I think I should charge this thing, which does use USB-C. Too powerful. Oh, that hurts my ears. This thing's got 2 fans in it. Alright, so I got the first. Now I gotta get the. Put in the 2 weird screws. Which I believe this one went here. The thing is, I got these little tweezers. He's gonna try to start the screw then. No. How the crap do I start the screw? That'd be very bad if I dropped it there. Or is that? No, that's not where those go. I'm sure I'm turning it the right way. Come on. Wait, no, not there. Ah, come on. This might have been a bad idea. Careful that you definitely don't want to strip these screws out. 4 in 1. You can also go to a flathead on this as well. Got those 2 Phillips in, but I don't know how to get this in. I know you got this extension you can throw on there. Usually, sometimes game companies go with these proprietary screws. Come on, focus on the screw. It's not focusing on the screw. It's not focusing on the screw, but like a weird like cross shape. Wait a minute. It's not even supposed to go in there. Why are those even there in the first place? See, something wasn't right. There we go, now it's going in. Definitely the kind of screw you don't want to strip out. No, wait. Yes, that's where it goes. There we go. There we go. Why did I do that? At least I got that part dusted off. Okay, at least save that. Come on. Did you know the World Cup song is about drugs? Come on, it's almost in there. Okay, it's in there. Which it is a country song. I do like country music, but not when it's about drugs. Comes to doing stuff like this. Oh, crap. Crap, I cannot be doing that. The screw can't just be launching off like that. right now. Now everything has been dusted off. Alright, there we go. There is the Nintendo Wii. Now I got one more. Can't really see it, but there's one, there's two. Alright, there we go. There is actually a setting I gotta change. So here's what I mean by cracked. You got this thing. Now, last one. This one you can see clearly. The PC. This is why I made all my BeamNG FS ATS stuff on. Make sure there's nothing in the disk drive. Alright. This thing only takes 2 cables, which is good. This thing weighs like 80 pounds. I gotta take it easy. I don't know what other chips your things have, but this one's got 10th Gen i7 Intel, which is pretty good. This thing weighs like 80 pounds. But the outside is made out of metal. Alright, we got the this thing is taller. This thing is really tall. Can't even get it to fit on the whole screen. I can barely fit it on the whole screen. But you got this massive intake in the front. And you got this massive intake in the front. Then you got like a bunch of exhausts. You got the big exhaust, you got the big exhaust one, your exhaust one. It is the XPS 8940. Yeah, you got your massive intake in the front. but you actually can't open this. Gotta turn it to a super loud setting. Yeah, this is the intake. Now we gotta make this thing look super nice. At least that thing has been acting as a dust cover for it. I don't know where all these. There we go. So you don't need no stupid RGB or anything to make this thing look great. At least this was the last one. Still a cool screwdriver. You put away my cleaning stuff. I don't know, I'm not gonna show hooking it back up since it's boring. So just gonna end it here. Yay yay. Well no. Yay yay.